Get our timer going. All right, so let me get this camera into place. Come on in. All right, and we're gonna get it all going. All right, hope you can see me pretty good. All right. And here we go. Okay, all right, so we're just gonna get into it. All right. All right, so I wanted to share with you. Hope you can come on in. Hope you can see. Let's see. There we go. Let's see. It's a little bit better out of the shade. All right, so now we're gonna get into our workout for the day. This is going to be a total body workout, okay? So I hope you're ready. I hope you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. If you can hear me, let me know. All right. But we're going to get into the total body workout today. I'm going to run through this one time. All right. So this would be something that we would do a couple times. Now, if we're doing an hour, we'll do this 3 times. We're going to run through it one time, okay? All right. So we're going to get into our first exercise, which is going to be a narrow squat. All right. So we'll get into that. All right. All right, so we're going to start with that. And then the first, with a narrow squat, I'm going to bring it up for you here. I'm going to share with you what that looks like. Okay. All right, so we're going to show, I'm going to share with you what that looks like. And let me see, I'm going to rotate it a bit here. All right, there we go. And then we'll get into it. So we'll let that time go in. But in the meantime, we're going to just go ahead and warm up. Let's see if I can get this locked in. Okay, I just need to get my angles going great for me today. All right, so there we go. I think I kind of want it here. Locked in here. Okay, there we go. All right, so we're gonna get started with our first workout and we're just gonna warm it up, stretching it out. All right, here we go. All right, so we're in a rest mode, but we're gonna start with a narrow weighted squat. You can grab your dumbbells if you want. I'm having some dumbbells with me today. So I will be taking a couple 10-pounders. 3, 2, 1. My narrow weighted squat is where my feet are going to be together, just like so. And I'm going to come down into a narrow weighted squat. Here it looks like so. We'll sit down in our chair, coming down, coming up. Feet are forward. Spine is neutral and core is tight. All right. If you want to see that from the side, this is what that looks like. Coming here and coming back just like so. Sitting down in our chair, coming up. You can choose how deep you want your squat. All right. But again, listen to your body as you're going into that squat. All right. Nice neutral spine. Breathing as we go. 2, 1. Beautiful. Let's take a rest for that. All right. And then we're just going to get into our next exercise. Our next one is going to be a lateral shoulder raise. Okay. So we've got leg work. We got some shoulder work. We got some core work. All right. So here we go. Make sure you have your water. I'll grab my water as well. Gonna keep my water handy. Keep that water handy. Okay. All right. So next is our lateral shoulder raise. We'll start here and bringing it up. Nice tight core. Bring those shoulders up just like so. Beautiful job bringing them up and coming down and bring them up and down just like so. We're just flapping the wing and we're breathing. These exercises we'll be doing 45 seconds at a time, okay? So bring it up and down. Beautiful. And up and down just like so. Bring it up. There we go. We got it. Bring it up and down just like so. And up. Beautiful. Take a rest on that one. All right. Great job. Great job. I like it. Next, we're going to get into a curl. Okay. So with my curl, I do like to have a little higher weight. 2, 1. So I will be using my 15 for this. I do like to get with my curls, I do like to do 20 pounds for my curls, but listen to your body on a day. You can lock those arms in and give a nice concentrated movement here, easing it down. So focusing maybe up 2, down 2. All right. Or you can kind of pump it faster. When you release, slow it down. Okay. So bring it up, slow down on that release, bring it up and slow down on that release. Now, again, you can also do both biceps at the same time. Okay. Both of them at the same time is awesome. Make sure you're using a tight core. We don't want to get into, we don't want to do that. We do not want to use our back for our bicep curls, okay? All right, next what we're going to do is a crab walk. Now you can do a banded crab walk or you can do one without a band. I won't be doing a band today. I'll do it in a video soon, but not for this one. A crab walk is where you're going to have that band around the thigh, or you can do around the ankle area. You'll bend that knee and you're stepping out. Usually I'll step out for 2 to each side. This is going to give us some good cardio. This is where we're just bringing it out to the sides, just like so. There we go. And I want you getting deep as possible. All right, we got a nice neutral spine and a tight core here, and we're just stepping out. You can place the hands on the hip as you step it out to guarantee that you are in a great form. You do not want to, you don't want to have your back hunched. You want a nice neutral spine here, okay? All right, there we go. Take that rest because we're going to get into our next exercise, which is going to be a sumo squat. All right, so sumo squats are really fun for me because they're wide. There's a wide leg there. You can use dumbbells. You can use kettlebells. A lot of things you can do for this one. All right, and I like to use heavy weight for my sumos. Why? Because my lower body is a lot stronger than my upper body. So you'll do a wide stance, just like so. Toes out. And I have my dumbbells here in the center. My glutes will lead as I go down and I come back up. Notice I'm looking at the floor or the ground in front of me. I'm leading with those glutes. This is what it looks like from the side, because I have a lot of friends who say, what's going on with my squat? I want to work on my squat. Okay. All right. Sometimes we're doing tons of squats and we're not getting those results. All right. Take that break. All right. We're going to take a break. Grab some water. Grab your towel if you need it, because we're going to get into a shoulder swing. I don't know what happened to my music, but I'll have it set up for next time. We're going to get into some shoulder swings after this, and then we're going to do some hammer curls, okay? Here we go. So this one is a good exercise for shoulder. And when we do this, we'll stand up nice and tall. We're going to swing that shoulder up and bring it back. Up and back, just like so. There we go. Up and down, bringing it up and down. Now, if you have shoulder injuries or anything like that, be very careful with what weight you choose. And also you can bend it, modify it by bending. Okay, so you do not have to extend the arm. What we don't want is this. This is not what we're looking for, okay? We want a nice tight core and a strong, safe movement with our shoulder, okay? So take a break with that one. Take a break, because next we're going to get into a hammer curl, okay? So that core should still be tight. I want a tight core, okay? All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do a hammer curl here. All right, just like so. And again, I will be using a heavier weight. All right, I need a little bit more of a pump. Don't be afraid to challenge yourself if you don't feel a lot of challenge there. Don't be afraid to grab a higher weight. All right, because again, sometimes we are a little nervous about trying a higher weight, or sometimes we are nervous to get sore. All right, some of us avoid soreness. All right, but again, it has to happen. All right, it'll go away soon, I promise. But if we want growth and results, we have to kind of get through that part, those growing pains, right? We don't want any tears. We don't want tears or sprains or anything, but we do want, we'll get a little soreness. It'll be okay. All right, now we're going to do a calf raise, okay? And a calf raise is just getting on the tippy toe, all right? So we'll be getting on those toes. We'll go up, up, 2, down, 2. All right, up, 2, and down, 2. Just like that. Up, 2, down, 2. Up, 2, down, 2. That's it. Beautiful. Up, 2, down, 2. There we go. Bring them up and come down. There we go. That's it. Up and bring it down. That's it. Come up and come on down. Tight core as we work, okay? Bring it up. Come on down. Beautiful job. Up and bring it down. There we go. Let's work it. Good job. We're going to rest it out because next we're going to get into our next exercise. And that is going to be some reverse lunges. You know, those are some of my favorites.
3, 2, 1.
In the reverse lunge, it's just going to be us stepping back and coming down, okay? So we'll just go ahead. Feet will start together. You'll come down on one side, bringing it back up. Nice core. Bringing it back up just like so. It's beautiful. It's a nice evening, a nice, beautiful day to work out. All right, let's do it. We got this. Come on up and down. Bringing it up just like so. Come on down. Feet are back together again, okay? And bringing it up. That's it.
3, 2, 1.
All right.
Rest BC.
Take a break on that one, okay? Because we're going to get into our next exercise, which is going to be some shoulder shrugs, okay? All right. That water in between time because we're going to do this. Then we're going to go ahead and get into our core work after this block, and then we'll be done. And then again, you can repeat these 2 times. You can repeat this one more time
3, 2.
for a nice 45-minute workout with your stretching things in between, or you can do it 3 times total, okay? So next is going to be our shoulder shrug. And when I like a shrug, it's great for the traps. So you go up 2, down 2, all right? It's kind of like, I don't know. Someone asks you a question, I don't know. And come on down. No, we're not gonna get into these fast ones. We are gonna slow them down. We wanna work on some controlled movements, okay? So many of you are wondering, like, what am I doing here? We're working on controlled movement. Let that shoulder actually bring that weight up. That's it. Let that shoulder bring that weight up. That's it.
1.
There we go.
Rest.
And rest it out, okay? Beautiful job. Now we're gonna get into a curl to press, okay? So let's do that. That's a fun one.
3,
All right, and this is what it looks like when it got a curl to press.
work.
We are going to curl it up and then press it up, okay? And then come on down. So we are putting the bicep and the shoulder together for this combination exercise here, okay? Bring it up and come on down. Work it. Let's go. Come on. Pump it up. We have to carry grocery. We have to carry those gallons of water, those cases of water in the house, those bags of dog food, cat food, those grandkids, our regular kids, our newborns, our 8-year-olds. Everyone wants to be picked up, right? So we need biceps to do so. Bring it up and come on down. There we go. Bring it up. We're pumping. We are pumping. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. We're almost there. Let's go. Woo. And work it. You can bring one up at a time if you want. Just like so. Okay. There it is. And you can pump it one at a time. And come on down. There it is. Beautiful job. All right. So now we're going to get into our lateral lunge. Okay. So we'll take a break. And we're going to get into our lateral lunge. For our lateral lunge, our feet will start off as wide, just like so. and we're just gonna step out. So you can choose which kind of weight you like. If you want a lighter weight or a heavier weight, it's fine. So you're gonna step out and come down. You're come back together, feet are meet. We'll come to this side and we'll come down just like so, stepping it out here, coming back together, just like so, and stepping it out, leaning into that stretch and into that lunge, okay? So come out, stepping it here, coming back together, and stepping it out, just like so, okay? There we go. Let's step it out and come back up. Let's step it out and come back together. And that's that for that one. Now we're going to go with some core work. I'm never going to leave you without some core work, okay? So let's get into that. I'm going to move this and adjust this a bit. Okay. Let's see. I'll lock that back in. And then I'm going to put this here so that you can see me well. Okay. And let's see, let's lock this in, make sure it's good and locked in. And we'll be good to go. Okay, I'm going to twist this a little bit. Mm-hmm. Okay.
You ain't got started yet, heavyweight.
Yeah. All you gotta do is go here.
I need to get my stuff out of the garage.
Oh, okay.